hi there, let's talk about 3 key problems on the guitar that every beginner and even intermediate guitar player has to deal with quite constantly. The first one is playing in blocks, or better said, not being able to get out of the block. A good example for that is the minor pentatonic. You are very proud that you finally can play the minor pentatonic, which enables you to play little solo licks or something like that. You know, this is in A, the next song is in G, then it's... and it's always the same. So the idea is to slowly stretch out everything you know, for example the minor pentatonic, all over the fretboard. And the trick is basically that you don't have to learn every position at once. You can go just with the next position, or a position down, for example, when you play here. Next position down would be higher. You know, one step at a time. Please let me know in the comments if you need more help with that, and I could totally come up with some lessons. You can't have enough free online lessons, right? And probably the first step when you want to get out of block playing is to learn more about the fretboard and get a better understanding. For example, that you understand that all the notes that I'm playing are actually an E, only in different positions on the fretboard. And the second one of my most favorite problems on the guitar is what I call the close grip and playing with way too much muscle strength. And this happens very easily when you play power chords all the time. Because you need kind of a firm grip to do that. But suddenly you need to play a chord like this, and this is when weird things happen. It's quite difficult to do with such a closed hand position, so you need to open up. Better try to come from above and play with your fingertips. I hope you can see that there's quite a lot of space between my hand and the neck, and only my thumb is touching the other side of the neck. Another thing with a close grip is when you play a lick like this. You can totally do that in a close grip position, but when you want to stretch out, it's not possible. Not for me with my small hands and short fingers. So the trick is that there is no one perfect hand position. It varies. You play power chords like this, you play solo, you open your hands. Complicated chords, you open your hands. Other chords, you can play with a close grip. And remember that you want to play more efficiently without using so much muscle strength. But to achieve that, it takes a lot of practicing and playing, but it's totally worth it. And I can tell you that every time I have trouble playing a chord or a lick, it's almost always because of the bad hand position. But enough of that. Better let's talk about the third major problem, and that is a funny one. I try my best. Can you relate to that? It's the overexpressed, weird and ugly vibrato. It's a super common thing, super common really. Because I guess it looks kind of cool when players use their hands and a beginner cannot really see what's going on. As a beginner you only see a cool guy on stage or something and they are moving their hands with every tone and you think, oh, I have to do that as well. Don't do that. Or better said, before you do that, try to understand how it works. There are basically 2 major things, I think, that go wrong here. Because, the first one is always going at high speed, as fast as possible. Which totally makes no sense at all. And the second problem is that you use way too much pressure when you go into the note. Because you know, I need to play vibrato, no, so I push hard. No, don't do that, because the problem is when you use too much strength, there's a tendency that you bend the string a little bit. This is sharp, all right? This is the original C. And this is a little bend, just a little. Can you hear that? Yeah? So this happens quite a lot, that the note is already sharp when you start your vibrato, and that sounds really bad and ugly. So what can you do to beautify the vibrato? The trick is just go into the real note, not the sharp one. Let it sound real and then slowly bring up the vibrato. Hear that? I leave quite a lot of space before I start the vibrato. Okay, you can come in with the vibrato a little faster. But the goal is to always hear the clean note first and then start the vibrato. Also play it with different fingers. Also vary the speed of the vibrato so that it makes sense musically. Fast, middle, or slow. Also understand that a vibrato is a modulation of the pitch of the note. It modulates the note a little bit into the next one. It goes a bit higher. Okay, and you also want to decide about the range of that. Very subtle or a little bit more. These are all things you need to think about if you want to sound better on the guitar. So work on your vibrato and also play more efficiently by varying the hand position and try to get out of the block. So what do you think? Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or tips that could be helpful for everybody. Also, don't forget to leave a like and help to build a strong backbone for this channel by subscribing. Thank you very much. My name is Markus. You've been watching The Ground Noise and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.